What's up, YouTube? So before we get started with this video, on Undisputed with Skip and Shannon, they're going to make some predictions for the up-and-coming Super Bowl between the San Francisco 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs. So let's see what they have to say.
Yesterday, Chiefs offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy spoke about the offense with Mahomes, saying, quote, every play is designed to score a touchdown. He never says he doesn't like a play. So, Shannon, do you like that he said this?
I do. But, Skip, obviously that's not true. On fourth and one at the 50-yard line, Skip, and you want quarterback sneak. Obviously, you're not trying to score a touchdown. But his mentality is, that's their thought process, is that this is why they had so many 40-yard pass plays. This is why they had so many 40-plus yard touchdowns, is because their mentality is, Skip, it's hard to win ball games and methodically go 13, 14 plays down the field. Something bad can happen.
Yeah, and they're going to find that out this Sunday against that 49er defense.
Have the ability to go quick strike. And this is what happened when they played Houston. Remember, Skip, the first 3 drives, they get nothing. And then the next 7 drives, touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. This is what they can do. And since that Houston game, Skip, check this out. Since the Houston game, they went 0-3. Then they go 7 straight touchdowns. And they went 3 drives against on 12 of their next 17 drives with Houston and the Titans, 12 of 17 touchdowns. That's what they have the ability to do.
Yeah, and they're going to need to do that this Sunday, Shannon. And I'm also noticing a pattern of Patrick Mahomes having to dig himself out of a deep hole. And I don't think he'll be able to do that this Sunday against that 49er defense because they just won't allow it. So let's continue.
And because my homeboy, give me the real deal. Now, I've been trying to tell you this. I say, Skip, I got this young man I want you to get on early. It's kind of like Google stock. I tried to get you in early at the ground floor, Jenny, so we can rise on this thing together. Sure. He ain't want no part of my homeboy, Dak. And Dak's my quarterback, and Dak I trust.
Some of us are true to their teams. Some of us change teams by the week.
No, hold on, Skip. I got a team that's in the Super Bowl, remember? You remember I picked KC and my homeboy?
You did.
So, I'm going to feel good about it. Yeah.
We cannot take it.
What they have is a quarterback, Skip, that can make every throw from the pocket. He can also make every throw outside of the pocket. He can throw for depth. He can throw for accuracy. Now, you pair that with, they have the fastest group of receivers in all of football. 2 of their receivers are former return guys, and McCole Harmon returned kicks and punts. Tyreek Hill, that's how he cut his teeth in the NFL until he got up to speed at the receiver position. So they got guys that operate really, really well in space, and they can run.
Okay, Shannon, you know how you neutralize that? You beat them up. They come across that middle, you beat them up. So when they hear those footsteps, they're going to think twice about trying to catch the rock. And let me tell you some of the guys that are going to take advantage of some of that. It's going to be Mr. Fred Warner, Quan Alexander, Richard Sherman, Jimmy Ward, Emmanuel Mosley, and Mr. Tart. Mind you, Richard Sherman will be working on his 3rd pick in as many games, and he's a Pro Bowler. So let's continue.
So now you diagram plays, Skip, to try to get home runs. And sometimes I think that works against them because that's all they're thinking about. They don't really care about the 10-yard route. They want the 45-yard home run. And this is also why they drop so many passes. Because
Exactly, Shannon, exactly. And that's where the 49er defense will take advantage of them getting greedy, and they're going to get that pick. Mr. Sherman will be sitting there waiting on him, or Mr. Mosley, or whoever is going to be back there waiting for Mr. Patrick Mahomes to get greedy and make a mistake. So let's continue.
They're always thinking big play. They think, if you notice Travis Kelce and Tyreek, they're dropping plays, their heads are here. Because they're already looking for that defender to make that guy miss so they can get gone.
Yeah, but there's none of that's going to happen on Sunday. And they're going to be very worried about these defenders because, like I said, they're going to hear those footsteps and they're going to think twice about catching the rock because they're going to be getting beat up all day, knocked off their route all day with that 49er defense because defense wins championships, Shannon.
I like the philosophy. I like the mentality because they have a guy in Eric Bieniemy. Is he coaching? Did he get a head coaching job? No, we talk.
Yeah, Eric Bieniemy should definitely be a head coach at this point, but getting beat down this Sunday in the Super Bowl is not going to help his cause. That's definitely not going to help his cause. But let's continue.
Let's go. I like that he says this guy doesn't think there's a play that he can't make work, and that's a great mentality to have when you have a guy like that. Skip, I've been on teams like, man, if the defense can hold him here and we get a break here or there, we can win a game. But when John Elway was under center, man, We got this today. And when 15 is under center, that's how they thinking. So that's a great mentality to have. Yeah, you saw that. He's special. You remember what he did to your guy up in New England, right? Okay.
He did to my guy.
Yeah, your guy. He did it to him. That's why they had to come. That's why they had to go on the road. That's why they would have had to go on the road.
I just remember what happened just a year ago when my guy actually had some receivers who could separate, and my guy beat him twice last year. I don't know how. He was the MVP, but he lost twice to Tom Brady.
Defense.
Yeah, so I would definitely say if Tom Brady had more weapons or even one weapon, he would probably most likely still be playing right now. But I'm not here to make any excuses.
Defense let him down.
Okay.
Yeah, Andy Reid defense.
So it is now my turn.
It is.
If you don't mind, I'm going to remind our viewers that I started covering pro football with Don Shula's Miami Dolphins in the 1970s. Then I spent a lot of time around Coach Walsh, the great Bill Walsh. And then I spent a whole lot of time around the great Tom Landry, who had some offensive genius about him. And then I spent a whole lot of time around the great Jimmy Johnson, now being inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame soon. And I got to tell you, not one time in all those years, all those many years, did I ever hear anybody say, every play that we have is designed to score a touchdown. No, nobody ever said that one time. Not even the great Bill Walsh, who invented an offense.
It's supposed to be understood.
Yeah, it's just understood. Well, obviously, the goal of every play, unsaid, unwritten, the goal, the hope of every play, even a short yardage play is, hey, if we break it, we break it. That would be great because obviously the goal is to take the ball across the goal line into the end zone to score 6 points.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But you don't say the goal.
Man.
You just can't say it because it could be the worst words that ever came out of your mouth because...
Let them talk, Skip. Let them say what they got to say. The 49ers got nothing to say. Actually, they have a lot to say, but they just don't do it because they act like they've been there before, Skip. They act like they've been there before. So it's not a big deal.
Your opponents don't want to hear you say that every play we have is designed to score a touchdown. That is the single most arrogant thing I've ever heard come out of any coach's mouth, especially before a Super Bowl. And I like Eric Bieniemy, and I do wish he were a head coach in this league, and maybe...
I do wish he was head coach too, but like I said, the beatdown he's going to take on Sunday is definitely not going to help his head coaching cause. It's definitely not going to help his cause. But let's continue.
Someday soon he will be. But I believe that he is just part and parcel of the attitude of the Kansas City Chiefs that is about to spill right over the edge into the Super Bowl because they have come to be awfully full of themselves.
Shouldn't they be?
They have come to be to the point of smelling themselves.
And they stink too. They stink. But that's okay because that 49er defense is going to knock down Patrick Mahomes and his huge ego. So it's not a problem. So let's continue.
Fault. And it is a dangerous game they are playing right now, going into a Super Bowl against an extremely physical football team with an extremely physical defense, especially a defensive line that features 5 first-round picks who are going to be coming after the guy who thinks that every play just might be a touchdown. That's how
Yeah, so let's go over that front four for the San Francisco 49ers, led by Pro Bowler Mr. Nick Bosa, Sheldon Day, DeForest Buckner, and Eric Armstead. Those are those hogs up front that will get it done and have Patrick Mahomes contained and trying to scramble all over the place, but it's not going to go down. It's not going to go down. So let's continue.
he approaches every play.
Arm up, one is by air and the other by land. He can run it.
By the way, just a little stat that I just happened across.
Hey, you happened to do
I did. I just fell across this because we were talking about Jimmy Garoppolo. We're going to talk about him in a little bit. But I just noticed that yards after catch, the track team that is Mahomes' receiving corps, they have the third most yards after catch. This is just in the regular season, this season, 2019 season. Guess who's fourth in yards after catch? Garoppolo's receivers are fourth after catch because, hey, Kittle, he can catch it and run with it.
Debo.
And Debo can really catch it and really
Who they say? Debo.
punish people with it, right?
Yeah.
And we can keep going down the list. But the point is, They got a little bit of dangerous offense going too, but they don't say, Kyle Shanahan's never said, every play I call is designed to score a touchdown. Well, the truth is, some plays on 3rd and 8 are designed to get to the sticks. You know, you're running, Shannon, you got to run this route exactly 9 yards to this point because the ball is going to be at that moment right there. Right. Okay, that's how you practice the play.
A play that's called to get a first down where you just everybody run to the first down marker is not designed to score touchdowns.
It's not designed. If it did...
Yeah, it's not. But that doesn't really matter for the San Francisco 49ers offense because they can get it done. They're not greedy. They don't need to be greedy like Mr. Patrick Mahomes. Jimmy Garoppolo can definitely get the job done, and I think he's the weakest link. But they're still going to beat the Kansas City Chiefs, so I don't have a problem with that. So let's continue.
Great, right?
Yeah.
Like nobody doesn't want to score a touchdown.
Well, that was the design of it. You break a tackle or the guy misses a tackle, that's another subject.
Okay, so to me, the Chiefs are getting on my nerves. And I got to tell you, I got to tell you, seriously, I want to like Patrick Mahomes because I think he's basically a good kid, and he never says anything that's even remotely offensive.
Yeah, Kermit the Frog, he's a good guy. I really like Kermit. You know, he's a baller. He's going to be playing for a long time. But on Sunday, that 49 defense is going to teach him something. Definitely. So let's continue.
Arrogant. Everything he says in any post-game or pre-game interview, it's always... It's great. I can't remember any of it, which is how good it is. You know, how correct it, politically correct it is. But his body language is getting more and more abrasive to me because of course, you make me not want to like him because all I hear is my homeboy, right?
Hey, Skip, I tell you, let him talk. Let him talk. And the San Francisco 49ers defense will be having frog legs on Sunday after they win the Super Bowl. So let them talk. So let's continue.
Yeah, and after a while, I just get sick to death of it because I have to sit over here and take it every day. And I want to like him. You're making it hard to like him. But he's making it harder to like him because, like running to the sideline after the touchdown throw at Chicago, what was it? Just it was a couple of games back. Yeah. But, it was, I'm trying to find the date of that. But it was obviously against Mitchell Trubisky. He's counting on his fingers because he was the 10th overall pick. And Mitchell Trubisky obviously was the second overall. We all know he's way better than Mitchell Trubisky. You don't have to show us.
Yeah, we got to.
Ryan Pace. Or basically that's telling us. You can show us with your touchdown passes and your performance and your MVP. We get that. 10, he's counting.
I know you're not talking. I know you're not talking. And your guy wrote down every quarterback name that went in front of him. And he still plays with that chip on his shoulder. But you okay with that?
Which quarterback?
You know what quarterback.
I don't know. Which one? What? Brady?
Yes.
Are we talking about Brady or Dak? I don't know.
Brady.
Okay.
Hold on. Are we talking about arguably the GOAT? Are we talking about Tom Brady, the guy that has 6 rings? Okay. I just had to make sure.
But he doesn't rub it, our noses in it. I don't ever hear him talk about it.
Has he ever done
Stop it. I've never.
Because he doesn't have to.
Seen Tom Brady because you wouldn't have enough fingers like you do.